Today we're gonna make 2-ingredient pickle chips, and all you need is some shredded Mexican cheese and pickles. I patted these dry the best I could. So what you're gonna do is take some shredded cheese, sprinkle it, add a pickle, add some more cheese, and just repeat that. You can also do it with any sliced natural cheese. It's not going to work with like sliced American cheese though, so don't do it with that. Do you use low-fat cheese? I do not. I don't think that's a good idea. You could probably also just make one giant pile, right? And then just use a pizza cutter to cut the chips. I'm thinking that would be a faster process as well. All right. So now we're just going to top the rest of these with cheese. Some cheddar is in the bottom of this. All right. And you can also do them in baking cups. Thank you for the suggestion, Ghost Gals. If you do them in like a muffin tin, it's also a good option. All right, into the air fryer they go, or your oven. If you do the oven, I would say 400 for like 12 minutes. Add that to a burger. I actually have a beef patty. You guys think we should eat it? All right, let's do it. I have to get rid of this anyway. Even though we're moving like a few weeks from now, I'm still trying to like get started packing and clearing out the freezer of things. Yeah, the pickle chips are also good dipped in ranch. What's up, Riri? You're welcome, Sage. Ooh, these are also really good with jalapenos, Thrifty. I've done it before. All right, whatever. These are both 0 carbs, or just 1 carb, so obviously it's just beef and like salt, some spices. I just microwave them, so into the microwave. I'm sure these small ones should come out faster. It may be a bad idea to just do it all together, but whatever. What's up, Hawaiian Keto Dad? And while we wait, I have a few extra pickles I can snack on. So I'm really excited about that. All right. I don't usually get sunburnt, but I'm pretty sunburnt right now. We're gonna do the cheese pickles in the air fryer for like 7 minutes. My high-low chips have arrived, and I used them to dip in some salsas at an Indian restaurant last night. What a good idea. Speaking of Indian food, I love Indian food. There's one that they used to have at Trader Joe's. It was like called Palak or Palak, P-A-L-A-A-K, paneer. It was like spinach with paneer cheese. It was so good, but they don't have it anymore. Well, now they have it, but it's on top of rice. So now I like never get to eat Indian food. But that was I would eat it like once a month whenever Anna would go to Trader Joe's. I'd have her get me one. That would be my Indian food fix. So it's in the air fryer at 380. I should have done 400. But we're gonna check in like 2 minutes. I'll let you guys know exactly how long we ended up doing it in the caption. What brand of burgers did you use? They're just frozen. They're like HEB brand. So whatever grocery store you have. I've only been to Chicago once, and it was when I moved to Austin. My flight like connected in Chicago, so I didn't really go anywhere. Hey, we got Claudia in the house. What's good? Caroline is making spicy Thai green curry. All right, the burgers are done. We're gonna check the cheese chips. They're not quite there yet. We'll give them like 3 more minutes. How much weight can you lose on a keto diet? Everybody's progress is gonna vary. It took me 2 years to lose 80 pounds. There are some people who use keto to lose like 300 pounds. Basically, most people who have excess fat on their body and don't exercise would benefit from keto because you have an unlimited fuel source to tap into, which is your stored body fat. And keto makes your body really good at tapping into that stored fat and using it for energy. What's up, Pam? What made you settle in Texas? I don't know. I think Austin is just the spot to be for my lifestyle. I like being, doing like active things. Today I paddleboarded with a friend. It seems like most people in Austin are very into taking care of their body. And that's not the case in a lot of places. I made the copycat Chick-fil-A nuggets today and they are so delicious. Ooh, let's get it. All right, guys, I think they're almost ready. You love pickles, don't you? Yeah, pickles are a vibe. Fun fact, right? If you get... All right, so if you get heartburn, what's your first thought? Like, oh, let me take Tums or Pepto-Bismol or something, whatever. But if you drink pickle juice, seems counterintuitive, but it's actually good that it's acidic. So it actually fixes heartburn for me and for a lot of other people. I'm telling you guys, I had heartburn last night. We had a Peruvian dinner with Anna's family yesterday. We had empanadas in the morning. I ate a ton of food. I came home and also ate a ton of food. And I just had heartburn. And usually my first instinct would be to reach for the Tums. I drank some pickle juice. Literally 10 minutes later, I felt perfect. Oh no, I think I burned the chips. I just burnt the edges a little bit, but they're gonna be okay. So we're just gonna slide this parchment paper off and I'll show them to you. Ohio people are nice, Claudia. I remember when I went to my nature trails in Ohio, everybody waved to me when you passed them. It was mostly like older people. The vibe where I live now is different. It's like young people. But everybody in Ohio waved to me when I passed them on the nature trails. I mean, given you only pass like 4 people. But now I live near the boardwalk in Austin, and you don't wave to a single person you pass unless you know them, like personally. So it is a different vibe. But once you get out of like the city of Austin, it's back. I mean, even in here, like people are very polite. But the South is just like similar to Ohio, where people are just like very kind and have like manners and like speak nicely to each other. All right, let's look at these chips. What are we gonna do with the burgers that I put in the microwave? Like, how are we gonna combine them? How much fat do you eat a day? I don't know. I don't really track my macros. I just try to prioritize protein. Things like this I really eat for fun. I'll enjoy this, and this is part of my diet, but the main thing I'm focused on is cutting out carbs and getting enough protein. So that's why I'm like pairing this with burgers. For breakfast, I have like eggs, you know. I'm always trying to make sure I'm getting plenty of protein. You could dip them in salsa, but I think the pickle would be conflicting. So we're just gonna put them like on the burger and just eat it like that, I guess. Let me grab a camera and take a picture. So the pickle juice helps heartburn because heartburn is caused by increased alkalinity. So pickle juice would alleviate heartburn discomfort. Thank you for the science lesson on that. This actually just looks good like as it is. All right, this is going to be the cover photo tonight. Just one more. All right, let's eat. Is keto diet low in salt? You should actually get more salt when you're doing keto because your body... So when you're on a high carb diet, your body stores and retains a lot of salt. And that's why people run into things like high blood pressure when they're on the standard American diet and they eat a lot of salt, because your body retains way too much of the salt you consume when you're eating unnatural amounts of carbs, specifically processed carbs in the instance of the standard American diet. But when you cut out all of the unnecessary carbs and you're just eating like vegetables, berries, meat, whatever, your body actually gets rid of salt pretty well, and it's pretty impossible to overdo it on a keto diet. Like, it's almost impossible to get too much salt on keto. There's a great book I recommend called The Salt Fix. All right, so we've got our beef patty. We're just gonna do it like a meat pizza crust, but we're gonna do like a cheeseburger style. We can whip up a little... Oh, the mustard is empty. I would say let's make like a Big Mac sauce. Actually, these pickle chips would be amazing dipped in Big Mac sauce. Yeah, James, I don't know how to say his last name, but that dude wrote the Salt Fix, Danick. I take a pinch of salt in my water every day. Hey, Claudia knows what the vibes are. All right. I don't know what to put on this. We'll do some spicy brown mustard. And then we'll do this like giant pickle chip. And then we'll just eat it like that. I don't have lettuce. Okay, I'm really excited to eat now. I'm gonna pour myself a cup of water. So my woman got me hooked on Brita water. I thought it was so dumb. Shout out to tap water. But once I started drinking Brita water, or filtered water, whatever filtered water you have, you realize you can really taste the chemicals in tap water. All right. Oh my God. This is so good. Should you do intermittent fasting or less calories when you plateau? Whichever one is easier for you. The point of intermittent fasting is to help you consume less calories. But if the idea of counting your calories is too stressful, and you're like me and that makes you want to binge eat, then fasting can be a way to like naturally reduce your caloric intake without actually tracking them. Oh my God. It is definitely bussin'. Riri, I guess you could use that kind of cheese as long as it fits in your carbs. I don't know for sure that it will crisp up though. Hey, what up, Veronica? These chips make me want to make like a cheeseburger dip. Is that a thing? Like Big Mac dip? Exactly, Claudia. Shout out to Claudia giving advice in the comments. That's why we missed you. If I miss a comment, Claudia's there to catch it and always has the right thing to say. Be gentle and kind to yourself and apply what you know. That's literally all that matters. Like, if you're taking the steps that you believe to be right and you're being gentle and you're not rushing the process, like hoping to lose 20 pounds overnight, you're gonna be okay. Like, gradual progress, like moving at that turtle pace, that's how you lose the weight and keep it off. The people who want to lose it in a week and then go back to their old habits, those are the people who gain back even more than they lost. Oh my God. So I have a Big Mac salad recipe, but I'm talking like a dip. Like a cheesy dip. What's your favorite food? Probably fried chicken. Like chicken fingers, chicken nuggets, like KFC fried chicken, like any chicken with breading. And on keto, it works when you just use pork rinds as breading. I try to stay under 24 net carbs. Sometimes around 9, I'm craving sweets. Any suggestions on what to eat? Whatever you're craving, there's probably a keto version of it. So if you're craving ice cream, there's definitely a bunch of keto ice cream at the grocery store. As long as it says keto on it, it's probably a keto ice cream. But, so you can always do that, but it's expensive. Or you can make your own ice cream, that's easy. Say you're craving cookies. My book, Breaking Up with Carbs, has some cookie recipes. They also sell keto cookies at the grocery store. Say you're craving, I don't know, like gummies. Instead of the Smart Sweets ones, which like we used to think were keto, but they're really not, They do have some, like Kiss My Keto has some. I think they sell them at Walmart. That's a little harder to make on your own. But the point is, like, you can find a keto version, or you can make a keto version of whatever you're craving. How do you feel about the Atkins dessert bars? Be careful with those because some of them have maltitol, which kicks you out of ketosis. So read the ingredient label for those. Is Buffalo Wild Wings high in carbs? Not really sure if their wings have any breading. As long as you don't get like a sugary sauce, you're good at B-dubs. They really don't have a lot of carbs. They're not breaded. The thing I like about them is instead of frying them in vegetable oil, they fry them in beef tallow, which is like amazing. I made your snickerdoodles and they were great. Oh, nice. Which ones? The cookies or the fat bombs? All right, now we're gonna eat a pickle chip by itself. Listen to the crunch. Oh my God. You don't even need to dip these in anything. Although they would be good in like a spicy mayo. Or more like a zesty mayo. You look tan today. Yesterday I went running and it gave me a preview of what running in my neighborhood is going to be like because in Anna's, when we went to see Anna's family, their neighborhood is like ours. It's like new builds. So they don't have tall trees yet. Like these trees were planted like 3 years ago. So they're not giant and like providing shade yet. So when you go running in these neighborhoods, it's just direct sunlight the whole time. And I definitely got sunburnt. I rarely burn, but I got burnt yesterday. So I went paddleboarding today. I never wear sunscreen. Claudia, you'll appreciate this. Anna made me wear sunscreen today. Especially on my scars. If you guys don't know, when I was 17, I was in a life-changing car accident. It was like the best thing that ever happened to me. We were on our way home from vacation. My friend like fell asleep. The car flipped a bunch. My back was like against the back windshield. And I have a ton of scars on my shoulder. You can probably see some of them. Yeah, so I have like some scars on my shoulder. So when I go running, I'm supposed to sunscreen them because they're more sensitive to the sun, but I never remember to. But today Anna like forced me to lather myself in sunscreen. And my only advice on sunscreen for you guys is get the kind that's made out of like zinc and minerals, not the traditional sunscreen. I mean, whatever you can get is like fine. A lot of people have. That's probably something you guys didn't know about me that I've really never showed anybody. I just felt like sharing that. But so anyway, Anna like covered me in sunscreen today. I went paddleboarding with a friend, and yeah. So for the person who said I look tan, it's because yesterday I went running and got so much sunlight. God definitely had a purpose, Claudia. Thank you, Pasta King. That accident was like the most, was what made me become a positive person. Like before that, I always was like very negative. I like just like chose to believe that if you don't expect anything, you'll never be disappointed. Like that was my mindset. And then I get in that accident, right? And it's like, all I could feel was like as it was happening, like once I like woke up or whatever, I just felt so much gratitude